everything dropped at me, hate, and I decided after that to leave and quit arm wrestling for all good.
So honestly, Alexey Voevoda has been one of my favorite arm wrestlers, especially when I first got into the sport. I remember watching the movie Pulling John, and there's many scenes of Alexey Voevoda doing epic lifting and some arm wrestling matches from him as well. He's always been kind of a legend in the sport, but he's been retired since his match with Tim Bresnan, which was in 2016, and he's coming back for a match with John Brzenk. He said in this interview here, I want to summarize this interview. That's what I want to make this video on, because it's a 18-minute video. It's kind of long, but I kind of want to hit some of the key points that he discussed. So at the start of the video, they were talking about how he tried to set up a match with John Brzenk at the past at sometimes, but it never really happened, and this is a legendary match for him, being that they're two legends in the sport. And he also described why he quit the sport, why he retired after his match with Tim Bresnan. Here's the translation right here from what he said.
Honestly, after my last professional match with Tim Bresnan, I got a lot of everything dropped at me, hate, everything. A lot of conversations were happening around that, and I decided after that to leave and quit arm wrestling for all good. But time passed. I did a lot of other things. I did politics. I did.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't realize there was a lot of hate for Alexey Voevoda when you lost that match. That's surprising.
Other kind of stuff. Yeah, but arm wrestling was always a big part of me. I always felt as some kind of family spirit was in this for me. I was helping other people as a coach, and even right now when I already have to change the direction of myself going in arm wrestling, I'm still, when I'm trying to settle down arm wrestling day, a table, to have some table time, I'm still acting as a coach, more giving my hand to an opponent, whether I should change it and already act as a rival, right? Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like he's taking more of an athlete role as opposed to mentor role, as being a coach, as being a retired arm wrestler. He's getting back into that mindset of being an athlete. And also in this video, he talks about, he was asked what he feels his current condition is, how he ranks himself amidst other arm wrestlers, and he said it's hard to tell. Basically, the translation was it's hard to tell because he trains with Denis Saplenkov, Morozov, and David Dadikyan, or at least they trained 3 times in the past 10 days, is what he said in this video. And he said the first time on the table he felt good in the sparring, the second time he was more not as strong, and the third time he was even less strong. He could barely feel his hand, he said. And he said that it fluctuates due to sleep and recovery. There's a lot of factors, so it's kind of hard to gauge where he's at right now. So a somewhat vague answer, but he's definitely looking pretty strong from some of the videos I've been seeing. And then later in this video as well, he was also asked, is he still a vegan? And basically what he said through the translation, I'll kind of summarize what he said. He said that he is a vegetarian, so he still consumes stuff like eggs, and he said that he tried to go full vegan at one point, but he lost some strength, so he had to incorporate some more type of like protein foods, stuff like eggs and stuff like that. That was kind of the rough translation. So he is a vegetarian. He said he does not eat meat, so that's kind of been a controversial point for some reason for a lot of people, saying, if he eats more meat, he'll be in a better shape, he'll be a lot stronger. He's looking definitely to be in a good shape. He's looking natural, definitely not as big, as massive, as anabolic as he used to look, but certainly still impressive, certainly still genetically gifted in terms of his biceps, his overall upper body strength in general, to be honest. But I'm really looking forward to that match that he's going to have with Brzenk at some point. I can't remember the exact date on that, if it was confirmed for one of the East versus West, but I believe that match is definitely happening. That's what they've been all talking about. I know Brzenk has a match with Todd Hutchings coming up soon as well, so that's going to be a huge match. So definitely a lot of good stuff happening in the arm wrestling world, as well as main thing coming up right here is King of the Table this Saturday. So super excited for that. Let me know who you guys think are going to win some of these matches. I'm curious to hear.